Easton playing it back for Fallon. Now McCaffrey. McBride. Fallon again. A clear indication is that both sides want to pass the ball. That's encouraging. They also quite prefer to put in heavy tackles, but passing game being attempted on both sides. The Scots trying to make headway here. This English covering was good. Well, Luke Weaver clearly not too confident there with the ball towards his left foot. He's arguing there. Not happy with the ball played to him, and he swirled it behind for the corner.
No, he's certainly not too happy with the ball that Mark Perry played back to him, but having said that, he should have dealt with it better. There is a strong wind blowing in his face, gusting into his face down there, but he should at least have cleared it into touch, certainly not into a dangerous corner situation like this.
So an in-swinger here being attempted. Fallon attacking the ball well. Good trying there by Marshall. Weaver comes to collect. Fallon sends it in. Corner kick's been given. Well, Scotland exerting some pressure here. And Stephen Fallon staying forward.
And the ball comes into the box there. You can see it's not a good punch by Weaver. And there's Fallon onto it. Half volley did the right thing. It went off the outside of his foot.
Played inside there by Craig Easton. Marshall gets it away. Well, all the English players back facing the ball, they're defending, treating these Scottish attacks with great respect at this stage. There's a fine ball though by Gower, opening the play out to find Platts on the left. The support coming now from midfield. Staten available inside. Clement going ahead of the ball. And a good challenge made by John Paul McBride. So Mark Platts has seen plenty of the ball there, wide on the left for England early on. Well, there's certainly lots of enthusiasm exhibited by the Scots for the battle here. England undoubtedly coming into this match as very strong favourites, remember. A draw will be good enough to win the Soccer Pal Victory Shield. And the Scots, once again, Ray, perhaps showing that when they're underdogs, they have a little bit extra edge to the play.
Well, you've never, ever say to the Scots they don't battle in any situation, and certainly when they put the shirt on in a football match, they take some beating in their own country, that's a certainty.
McCarthy attacking the ball again. Played long by Clement. Branch putting Watt under pressure. Clearance there by Cook. It's too far ahead there for the chasing Scottish player David Bell, who was well policed by Mark Perry. This is Curtis. He was caught there as he made his way forward by Easton.
He really is a good player, John Curtis, though. I mean, he played at this level last year. He's actually been in the England under-16 team this year already, and would have been out in Ireland in the European Championships apart from this game. And he really does have a great future in the game. He's a good defender, and he's comfortable, as he showed when he comes out with the ball. He's capable of playing from the back as well.
Good head flick on there, Button. So it's a throw to England on the far side, taken here by Clement. So the English players looking though as though they may be settling now. Here's Branch. And a very strong tackle indeed there by James Watt. Too strong for the liking of the referee. The free kick's been given. Well, Watt has certainly come here to compete against Branch. He'll know all about him, of course. So we'll go again with this free kick for England. Scotland looking to Jimmy McDonald there, their big number 8, to do some good defensive work. Good tackle by West. Here's Queen. Queen going all the way himself, retaining the ball very sensibly indeed with Bell in offside position. But some very determined defensive work by the English defenders, and they've survived, but that's the best opening perhaps of the match so far. McBride. Queen again. warming to the task up front. Carefully earning that corner kick. The young man who was the subject of a complaint by Hearts against alleged activities by Joe Jordan of Stoke City to tempt the young man south of the border.
As Dickman lost the ball, and Curtis tried to play Bell offside, in doing so allowed Quinn to break through, but he managed to get back at him and just put enough pressure on him, and Dickman recovered well as well, but that was an opportunity for Scotland.
Headed away there by Gower. That's McBride looking for McDonald. So the attack breaks down, but we really are seeing football of a quality which we might not be entitled to in these conditions.
No, it's pleasing to see that, you know, the conditions aren't ideal, as we've mentioned on a couple of occasions already, but both sides are attempting to play and to try and get the ball on the grass and play there rather than be lumping it up in the air, and that's encouraging, because hopefully players will not only do it at this age, but will continue to do it throughout their careers.
So free kick to England. It'll be taken by Elliot Dickman. Helped on there by Marshall. Here's Branch, beaten to the ball by Riley. Going back, there's Mark Perry. Well, Luke Weaver seems to be in something of a hurry to get rid of the ball when it's at his feet. Here's Marshall, he's lost out to West. Well, that's good play by West, taking on Marshall, who slides in very well indeed. A good recovery tackle. The young man who's signing for Portsmouth.
Well, both the wide men in the England side are prepared to work back, and it's interesting that both the wide men, John Marshall playing on this right-hand side, is actually left-footed, and the same with Mark Flats on the left-hand side. He's right-footed, and that's the way that the manager likes them to play, so they can come in off that line and get shots in on their good foot.
David Bell tackled very effectively by Dickman. It's corner kick again to Scotland. They're certainly having the edge in terms of corner kicks at this stage. Every English player back to defend, including Michael Branch and James Bunn, the strikers. Easton playing it back there for West. And a good effort there by Joe West. Very little time to see that and set himself.
Well, it's good to see players taking the opportunity on the edge of the box. It was a snap effort. You can see the gap there. He knows he's got the wind behind him. Just leant back slightly as he put it over the top of the crossbar. But prepared to take a chance on the edge of the box. And that's him and Steve Fallon some minutes earlier, both prepared to take shooting opportunities.
Donald using his aerial power in midfield. Curtis goes across. Space here for McCaffrey for Scotland. Very well challenged there by Luke Staton. He's certainly by no means one of the more powerful players on the field, but certainly willing to match up physical contests. Free kick, Gower on McDonald in midfield. So Stephen Fallon with the free kick for Scotland. Trying to get that beyond Mark Perry for Queen. Oh, that's good running there by Flats. Bunn nudges the ball away from Fallon. The covering player is Watt for Scotland. Sensible play there. He thought about the pass back, I think. Changed his mind. Here's Branch. Competing very effectively so far with Branch. And it was Mark Perry coming charging forward from the back there to attempt that shot on goal.
He's a little bit ambitious there against the breeze and everything, but again, he's prepared to take an opportunity. He came out as the ball was cleared. His first touch was good, got it out of his feet, and decided to take a chance. Could see nothing better on, and had a go at it.
Well, the kick out here proving to be a problem for young Barry Cook in the Scottish goal. It's come to no harm though. Here's McCaffrey. Good running again by Queen up front. Pass is intended for Bell, and Curtis was clearly fouled there by Queen. holding him back.
It's going to be an interesting battle, isn't it? Queen and Curtis tonight, both excellent players. I was very, very impressed with Kevin Queen when he played against Wales at Wrexham earlier in the year, and of course we've already spoke about Curtis, so that's a battle I'm really looking forward to seeing how it develops.
So played forward there by Marshall. It's a good turn by Bunn. Marshall using that long stride now, chased by Riley. Superb tackle by Brian Riley. Well, he appeared to be putting in 2 strides for Marshall's 1 here.
That's the slight disadvantage of him being left-footed there. He couldn't get to it with his right foot to get the ball in. Wanted to knock it in with the outside of his left foot, and that gave the chance for Brian Riley to get a good timed tackle in.
So this time, a corner kick count showing Scotland ahead. And that almost found its way through. It's all off the post this time. Well, the Scottish defence living very dangerously indeed. Gower flights it in, queuing up at the back. That was Marshall. Well, there's no question that the English over the piece have a great height advantage for these set pieces. They almost made that tell there. There's Neil Clement playing it forward again. Back with Perry. Comfortable in possession again and fouled by Queen. It's a free kick to England. Well, certainly a let-off for Scotland.
Well, it certainly was. I mean, obviously the ball moved a lot in the air. There's a lucky break. Michael Branch couldn't get the overhead. There's, I think it was actually Mark Perry there, the defender, who actually put it against the post there. And maybe if that had been a forward, he might have got it in, but not to be.
Go with McDonald. Played forward by Staten. Branch is very quick indeed. Was he held back? It doesn't matter. It's the opening goal for England. Superbly finished. And England take the lead. James Bunn with the opening goal. And there's a problem for one of the England players on the ground there inside the penalty box, Michael Branch, who might well have been fouled in that incident. That was the pace of Branch which caused the trouble here, as this very good ball is played forward by Staten. Branch is on it like a flash, appeared there to be held back, but it was thundered home by Bunn.
Delightful ball, as you say, and Steve Fallon thought the goalkeeper was going to get it. He held himself up, but Branch kept going. There was the clash, but didn't James Bunn finish it well. No hesitation. You see the 4 hold up, the keeper looks like he's get it. Keeper catches Branch with his knee, down goes Branch, but there's Bunn. Back to confidence. Thank you. 1-0.
Well, what a splendid goal by James Bunn. And the young man from Enfield has given England a lead after an opening spell in which the contest really has been remarkably even. And Michael Branch getting some treatment here, and they'll be very anxious, I'm sure, England, to have him back in the fray. An electric turn of pace there made all the difference. Well, he appears to be none the worse. Well, normally the end of chances, but this time turned out to be the creator. And a real setback for Scotland on their home turf, but certainly an excellent piece of finishing by Bunn. And this is a very important phase in the game for Scotland to remain in touch and make no errors at this stage, because a second for England surely would put the match out of reach. Confidence will be surging through the ranks even more as Luke White comes forward. Well, on his weaker side, could get no power into that shot. Ending in a good position for himself, John Paul McBride, but without the finishing power to trouble Luke Weaver in the England goal. Played forward by West. This is Queen. Bigman forward. Runs pass, forced Bigman to hurry. Not many couldn't pick out a pass accurately. Here's Craig Easton. Good turn by West. Bell. Well, Scotland maintaining their policy of trying to play passes from midfield. McCaffrey. Easton. Bell leading out and on the counter. Gower finds Branch. Well, he can be so dangerous in this position. Fallon standing up well to him, not diving into a tackle. Using the upper body strength also, Branch. And Watt in the end happy to send that out. Michael Branch there showing remarkable maturity in possession. Safe catch for Barry Cook, goalkeeper from Renfrew High School, just outside Glasgow, and Schoolboys signing for Rangers. And skidding away from Clement, but too far ahead of Queen. So some individual contests now out there. Both sides matching up in 4-4-2 formations. So the strength of Jamie McDonald against Mark Gower in the midfield area, right in the middle. Craig Easton with Luke Staten. Here's Easton. Staten, the player, getting to him quickly. Platts playing it wide. Bunn looking for that run from Platts, but Fallon had that well covered. On the way there for the throw to Scotland.
I know there was a lot of people doubted that Staten and Gower could play together in the middle of the field because they're both slightly built. They're such good footballers that they don't have to go into crunching tackles to win the ball. They just anticipate and nick balls from people, and then they play, and they make the rest of the team play as well.
Here's Curtis. One of Curtis's attributes is a good turn of pace, which is used to good effect already defensively for England. So here's Brian Riley with a throw. The Motherwell signing, as is David Bell. So here's Joe West. Easton playing it inside. Queen failed to gather that, looking up, I think, to see where he would play the pass. McCaffrey. No one making a run into that area on the wide right for Scotland. And the build-up again starting very calmly from the back. Well, a bit of pressure on there. And Dickman happy now to try to play a pass into midfield for Branch. It's intercepted by McDonald, whose strength in midfield may well be crucial for the Scots before the night is out. That's Riley. That's fine play by Gower. This is Perry. Now Clement. That's trying to space there. The ball's gone out for the throw, though. The flag is up, so Scotland have a throw. And our man on the touchline is Gary Bloom, who has some news for us.
Yes, thanks, Jock. I've just been speaking to Steve Avery, the England manager. He thought that England put themselves under a good deal of pressure early on with some poor back passes to their goalkeeper. But the goal should take the sting out of the game. He said, obviously, the crowd are behind Scotland, but the goal should neutralise that. England leading 1-0.
And Michael Branch in possession again for England. James Bunn breaking on the right. That's well struck. The shot was blocked well by Cook, whose angles were right. Oh, do you appreciate that, Ray?
I certainly did, but again, it was a good ball from Michael Branch to him, and there's James Bunn showing his confidence. He's on the Spurs books, and I know a little bit about him, and he certainly doesn't lack confidence, and he's showed it on 2 occasions now where he's got in shooting positions. Once he scored, and once he really tested Barry Cook and stung his fingers, I think, with that shot.
Well, the keeper's confidence will be increased by that save. Back here with Curtis. Showing his two-footedness there. The flag is up for offside. Well,
game finished though, Blackpool 4.